rewards. Again, try not to kill the hostages. Let the hostages know what happens to heroes, yeah? This ain't the movies. And that's it. The vault door is opening.
Yeah, so this is Lobotomus here, and this is the Supreme Dream Team that you're watching, and we're working on, we're at the very end on the Pacific Standard heist, and we've been working on the criminal masterminds. It's Bearded Warrior, and Anthrax, and Quicker Picker Upper, and myself, Lobotomus Monk, and we did this in about just under 8 hours. We actually found it pretty easy overall. There were only a few close calls, and we wore the heavy armor. You can see we're wearing the heavy armor. We wore the heavy armor for everything. We took the Kuruma whenever we could, and we didn't use explosives really unless it was absolutely necessary. So something like on prison heist, you know, on bus when you're blowing up the helicopter, stuff like that. Otherwise, no explosives. And we usually get out of here with all the money. We get to the bikes and we've got all the money. We get to the dinghy, we got all the money. But I kind of want to be, I have all the money right now. I want to be with the rest of the crew, kind of help them out. I usually play a little bit more defensively with the money, but this was about staying alive and picking up the big bonus. It was 10 million and loyalty for everybody. And I think some of the guys were doing all in order as well. I'd done it already. I think maybe Anthrax had done it already, but I'm not sure who did what. But anyway, yeah, there were only a few close calls. One close call was Beard, and I think it was Anthrax went in to the prison on prison break. They were the prison officer and the prisoner, and I think Beard said that he just went through all his armor. He didn't really necessarily have like a close call, except he had to use all his armor for that one. And I think I remember Quicker and Anthrax saying that they had a close call on trash trucks. Of course, you can't wear your heavy armor on trash trucks, so trash trucks was always hard too, even though I think they made it easier after the Ill-Gotten Gains update. But yeah, not sure. Anyway, they had a close call there, and I had a close call on vans, on Pacific Standard on vans, because that one could be a little tricky if you hit a wall and there's an enemy, you know, Granger right on you, which there was. So that was a close call too, but we made it, you know. Other than that, it was a breeze. So so that was good. And yeah, you can see here we all just went and got our Kurumas. They didn't patch this after the update, which is, you know, really awesome, because it's you know, after you've done Pacific Standard a few times, I think everybody starts with Pacific Standard, then they use the bikes and both people take the money, and like when you first start out doing it, you don't know any of the tricks, you know, to make it easier. And you know, if Rockstar wants to encourage people to keep on playing the heist, especially when they don't come out with new heists during their big summer updates, you know, if they want you to keep playing the heist, then they gotta keep you know, they got to give you the ability to do these little tricks and these little shortcuts. So I'm glad they didn't patch anything. Like, you can still go under the map to get to the dinghy to get the elite bonus. You can still go to your garage and get your Kuruma and all that. So I'm pretty happy about that. So that's what we did. We all had our Kuruma. I guess I'm rolling up, and I think everybody else is here already. So yeah, everybody's already in the Kuruma, and they're already sort of shooting down helicopters and everything. So yeah, that was just under 8 hours to do the whole thing, and it was pretty easy, as I said. Only a couple of close calls, and close calls in the places where you figured there would be close calls. You know, prison break heist in the prison is kind of tough. There's just a lot of enemies, and trash trucks is definitely tough because you don't get the armor, and that last leg where you're driving off and they can just sort of shoot the two guys on the back, the collectors. That's tough. And Vans has always been, or no, sorry, Hack has always been tough. Yeah, I guess if I said Vans before, that wasn't right. It was Hack, where you're in the burritos, and one guy goes in the white burrito, and then the other guys go in the black as decoys. So yeah, it's hard as decoys sometimes too on that one. So yeah, the usual suspects, you know, for the tougher setups where you want to take a little bit more time. With bikes, we had a funny trick with bikes. So we did everything in order here. So bikes came just before this, and when we did bikes, we went as a pack and we stayed on the sidewalks. And every time we saw an enemy, we all got off our bikes and shot. And I think at one point, Beard just moved up a bit to spawn some more guys. He took care of some guys up ahead. But yeah, that was how we did bikes. We took it real slow, and there were literally 20 or 30 guys who came at us, and that's the way bikes is, right? Is it's kind of random. So if you're doing criminal masterminds, you want to stay together as a pack, and because they can easily pick one guy off when you all go your separate ways. But other than that, we took things kind of slow, but we did it, and so I'm proud of the team, and it just, nothing really feels challenging ever since. I don't think many of us have been doing heists since then, just like here and there. But after doing this, I guess we just proved to ourselves that we mastered it. So it's a great achievement. And if you can find a squad that can do it, definitely do it, because it's like then you get that closure. You feel good at the end, and yeah, but you'll need to have a solid team. So everybody on this team knew exactly what they were doing for every setup, and that's the most important point, I think.